We are gonna make a lasagna in one of these bad boys, a Ridge Monkey. So basically, long story short, the van needs a bit of work, so I haven't got access to it today, so I'm gonna do a little bit of something here. So basically, we're gonna make lasagna. So what have we got? We've got some rosemary, some thyme, a little bit of mixed herbs there, a chili, some onions. I'm going for red and the white because the red's a little bit softer. We've got some garlic, we've got some red currant jelly. We've also got some tomato puree and a couple of oxo cubes. Right, we've also got one of these red wine stock cubes, some Worcester sauce. Now, again, we've got some mince here, and I've got some cooking bacon. Secret weapon, guys, cooking bacon. I love this stuff. Some tomatoes and some lasagna sheets. Now, for the sauce itself, I'm going to make it. You can buy it. I'm just going to make it. It's easier. For me, it's not a big deal. So, we've got some milk. We've got some mustard. We've got some butter. We've got some cheese here. And we've got some salt and some pepper and a little bit of flour. So, all in all, this is going to be what we're going to use, and stick with it, and I'll show you what it looks like as we go. Okay, first we need one of these. Put some oil into the Ridge Monkey. Get yourself one of these, a good sharp knife. Okay, a little tip on this, guys. See the back end there? Leave that on. Now from here, look, what I'm going to do is I'm going to score through the onion without breaking that at the back there, right? So if I do this here, and I do this here, and as you notice, that's still attached now. If I do that, now I chop here, what that does, look, is it dices the onion for me, and I don't cry. Okay, so add the onions, and also then add some of the finely chopped chili. The chili's optional, by the way, you don't have to put that in. Okay, I've also got some fresh rosemary, which is going to go in there as well, just to start making it nice and flavoursome. Yeah, a little bit of thyme as well, and then some garlic. Now, it depends on how you like your garlic. I like a lot of garlic, so I put quite a bit of garlic in. All right, so we're just going to start that off now, and as that starts to sweat down, I'm going to break out the cooking bacon. The easiest way to do this is straight from the pack, keeps everything fresh and clean. So scissors, cooking bacon, and then all I do is I just chop off bits like this. So all we're trying to do is just add another little layer of flavour on. I mean, again, you don't have to put this in if you don't want to. I just like adding that little bit extra, if you will. It's what is it, 70-80 pence for a pack of this, and we're only going to use a small part of it. Really good for all sorts of cooking. So a little bit of cooking bacon goes in there, and then that starts to fry off. Okay, now that we've got that sort of just starting to sweat down now, I'm actually going to start adding the mince. Now, I don't want to put the mince in too soon. I wanted to start creating some flavour, and now that I've started that happening, I can introduce the mince. So normally I would be doing this over an open fire. So normally there would be, I wouldn't have to worry about, using gas canisters and things like that. But obviously today we're on the little camp stove, but you can see what we're trying to achieve. Okay, now when we've browned off the mince, what we're going to do is start adding some bits. So first thing I've got is an oxo cube. I'm just going to give that a quick crumple into there. I've got some Worcester sauce. Again, I do like a bit of a Worcester sauce there. We've got some tomato puree, so I'm just going to give that a squeeze in there. Okay, and then what we've got here is a red wine stock. Okay, so again, I'm just going to throw that in there. Fabulous. This is all a bit difficult trying to do this one-handed, so you'll have to excuse it if I drop the occasion a little bit. All right, and then we're going to have a teaspoonful of red currant jelly. So I don't want to go too mad because it's very sweet, but it's enough just to give a lovely flavour there. And then finally with this, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some actual tomatoes. Now you can use tinned tomatoes. So in the same way, if you don't want to eat meat, then you can, I'm sure, get a mince substitute that will work just as well within this, and you could use tinned tomatoes if you didn't want to use real ones. Give that about 10 minutes or so, wait for it to start softening down. Then what we're going to do is we're going to decant that into that. Now normally I would do obviously that in a separate bowl, and I'd make the sauce while this was cooking. However, because I said I was going to do it in a Ridge Monkey, then I'm going to do everything in the Ridge Monkey and put it together at the end. So for now, I'm going to take it out of here, put it into here, and then get started on the sauce. So given the Ridge Monkey a bit of a clean out, so now what I'm going to do is add a fair bit of milk in here. Now obviously I've got to be careful that I don't overflow it, so I'm going to put in just about enough here. Now the idea of that now is that's just going to warm through while I get everything else ready. Okay, once the milk has started to heat up, what I'm going to do is add about a teaspoonful of mustard. I'm using whole grain mustard. Again, you can use whichever you like. Roughly about an ounce of butter. So again, I'm just going to pop that into there. There we go. Now, from there, we're going to be adding about an ounce of plain flour. So again, I'm just going to pop this into here. Now, as this is warming through, that'll all start to mix up together absolutely fine. So we've got some flour in there. Now from here, we're going to add some Parmesan cheese. Okay, so a good amount of that, and then finally a bit of salt and pepper, and then we'll just let that all heat through and melt down. All right, so when you think it's ready, normally it takes a couple of minutes. What you have is a really nice cheese sauce that's going to go into the lasagna itself. Right, so I'm going to decant that now into another container and then start building it together. All right, here we go. Now for the fun bits. So little bit of oil just to get things going again. So again, another clean panlet. So I've given this a little wash out. We're going to give this a little go round. There we go. Now from here, look, all I'm going to do is just turn the heat on very low and very gently. So okay, now from here we're going to start building. So the first thing I'm going to do is put on a layer of the mince. Okay, then we're going to add some of our lasagna sheets. So these don't quite fit, so I'm just going to snap them off on the ends here, just so that they do. Perfect. Now from here, we add a layer of our sauce, and then we just repeat the process. So I've overfilled it a little bit, but okay. So basically, when we've got it looking like this, what I'm going to do is flip it over and just grill off the cheese. So from here, look, just pick it up, the whole thing. Okay, so that is the finished article. So that's lasagna in a Ridge Monkey.